On this first edition of Political Platform for this year are Sholoja Simi and Abulo Osemoagu. Gentlemen, welcome to the program.
Amechi, good morning and Happy New Year. Happy New Year, dear listener. It's 2023. Welcome. A lot of resolutions, New Year resolutions going on. There are my Muslim friends who have not been praying 5 times a day. They made a resolution to pray 5 times a day. My Catholic friends who have not been attending Mass daily. They made a resolution to attend Mass daily. My Pentecostal friends who have not been attending midweek services. And they made a resolution to attend midweek service. And what is a resolution? Is a resolution is you repair, you boldly declare to repair your errors in the past and to wear a new leaf and to project what your future will look like. That is the resolution. And I want to urge, dear listener, 6th of January is when the INEC will reopen collection of PVC. Put that as part of your resolution. Yes. World level, at what level? 6th of January to 15th of January is when INEC will reopen collection of PVC. Put that as part of your resolution that you make up your mind to collect your PVC and vote in your choice candidate. Just like our former president Olusegun Obasanjo is making his choice on Peter Obi, you too, you have the right, you have the power with the PVC to make your choice. But I must tell you that 1,000,001 persons, 1,000,001 persons were waiting for this announcement or for this endorsement of any of the presidential candidates, especially Peter Obi. 1,000,001 persons were waiting to see that President Obasanjo, former President Obasanjo, endorses Peter Obi so that they will jump into the ship. But I also want to let you know that 1,000,001 persons were already waiting for this so that they can move away from the ship. So it's neither here nor there. It depends on how you see the former President Olusegun Obasanjo. Some people have described him as a paperweight. Is he a paperweight? Some people have described him as he has made his own choice. And everybody can make your choice, just like Adam Tushemole said, that one man, one vote. So it's one man, one vote. Obasanjo is one man and one vote. So I don't think other political parties need to be jittery or anything. They have to buckle their belts and know that, yes, a big fish has endorsed a candidate. So what strategies do you have on ground? Instead of calling the former president names, he has his right to choose his candidate. Don't call him names. And it's even insulting for you to be insulting an elder statesman. I don't buy it when I see respectable persons insulting.
As people I thought they were just joining issues, not joining issues with him. They have a right to join issues, but not to rising up to insult. But since he has made a political statement, citizens have a right to join issues with him.
Good morning, Nigerians, and Happy New Year to each and every one of us. It's less than, you did the math, less than 50 days. We all 56, 57 days. And we all will be going to the polls. The point is, everyone has, everyone has a one vote. So you must use that one vote at this time. Abulu made the inference to some of his friends who are, going more spiritual. Well, if you say attendance of services and all that is spiritual. But anyway, the fact is that...
But who prefer the turn a new leaf indeed
and in truth,
rather than just mere spiritual. Yeah, it starts with that spiritual, but walking that talk, justifying it with positive action, love for neighbor, and of course a good deed for nation will pay higher dividend.
Exactly. So I don't just want people to go spiritual. The Bible also encourages you to perform your civic responsibility. And that is that this time, if you've never been voting because you felt, the things are going a particular way, you do yourself a lot of good, like the Catholic Anglican Archbishop of Kaduna was sharing with Nigerians on Saturday and Sunday. He said, look, if you have been selling your vote, you are the one that is worthless. Become a worthwhile person by not selling your vote. Don't sell your PVCs and all of that. So that's the admonition we're opening the year with, as we look at what the political class and the politicians are doing. Olusegun Obasanjo, I went through his letter. He has been, since leaving office, writing a series of letters to Nigerians.
And he's in love with letters.
Yeah, he's a man of letters.
He's a man of letters
now.
Yes.
Yeah, so as you people call them.
The National Open University gave him PhD.
So we see a situation where he has emphasized again that, look, this is who I think is good for Nigeria at this time. That is not new to many Nigerians. Many Nigerians knew the direction Obasanjo was going right from when the candidate started emerging. So he has just affirmed what he says is his position. But like the other political parties have said, one of the parties, APC, have called him a paperweight and that he's not a Democrat. If no one is not a Democrat, he's the other D, that's the dictator. So probably the APC thinks it knows, has a couple of things about the president. But let's look at the issues he has raised. And this is for all of us to now say whether we agree with him or we do not agree with him. He, without particularly mentioning the other candidates, because I went through the letter, no reference to Atiku Abubakar, no reference to...
But he made mention of Emil Locom. And,
Yes,
I paid my dues.
Yes,
so he said the youth should go to our Locom.
Yeah, so I'm still going back to the fact he didn't mention names.
Yes.
But using all those
Phrases.
political phrases, we know where he's headed. And the man knows why he thinks he's saying what he's saying. But let's not forget that him and Tinubu have never been, they've never had any love amongst themselves. We know what
There's
happened.
no love lost.
Yes,
no
that's
love
the
between them.
phrase. Because he made things difficult for Tinubu when Tinubu was governor of Lagos, which is the state I originate from, when he seized local government funds for almost the whole tenure of Tinubu. And Tinubu was able to get things done and still, put billions of naira. So forget that.
Not necessarily the whole, towards the end of the tenure.
No. This thing happened sometime in 2002. If you recall,
Okay.
I know the politics of all of this.
Yeah, 3 years after he assumed office.
Thank you very much. So remaining 5 years, Obasanjo did that. So there's no love lost between them. And if you know what has happened, which is not new, between what he has said about his former vice, but he dropped all those things pre-2029 and said forgive all of this. All the Atiku is the man.
Pre-2019.
2019 rather. Atiku is the man to take Buhari out of the Aso Rock and all that and all. So Mr. Obasanjo, a papa indeed, 86 anytime from now, he has his right to make his decision. But Nigerians are the ones that will determine whether indeed who he's pointing us at, Mr. Peter Obi, is the way to go, or we look at all of them. Kwankwaso served in his administration as Minister of
very
Defense.
Strong ally
of Obasanjo.
Very strong ally.
So Obasanjo has, he knows all of them. So what he knows about Peter Obi is what I don't know, because they never worked together at any point in time. At least we know that politically. Maybe he has said now that he is a son in whom I am well pleased. All of you, look in the direction of this 62-year-old man and vote for him. Nigerians will determine that.
Well, in 2007, Obasanjo backed late Umaru Musa Yar'Adua as president. In 2011, he backed Jonathan. In 2015, he backed Buhari. In 2019, he backed Atiku Abubakar. And in 2023, he's backing Peter Obi. Now, there are some persons, no matter how you dismiss the endorsement, there are some persons that every candidate will seek the endorsement. And you may realize how important they are in the sense that every other candidate will go to meet them in their house. Like Obasanjo, every other candidate has gone with a delegation to meet him in his house in Abeokuta. And there's another one, Ibrahim Babangida. Or not just candidates, aspirants at the level of aspiration. These are people you go to meet. You understand? And these are the two Nigerians that their endorsement are always critical. Yes, they have that one vote, but you can also tell them that your endorsement amounts to naught by going to the polling booth to also do your own endorsement. The ultimate is in you endorsing. So when these two men, there are some others you can also count at a lower level. You can count Abdul Salami Abubakar, you can count Aliyu Guzo, you can count T.Y. Danjuma. There are some of them you can also count at that level that have so much influence, both nationally and internationally. In fact, some people see Obasanjo as having more clout internationally than nationally. IBB is well connected. Just go to his hilltop residence in Mina. It's like a make of a sort. People come to pay homage.
I want to please just come in. You're a student of political science. You're deep in that field. But I run with the masses because I did mass communication at undergraduate level. And I want to keep on emphasizing the fact that, look, The Nigeria of today, I'm telling you the truth. All the even look right from 2015. If people go in a particular direction, the people go in another direction. So the power of the people is what we must continue to play on. These particular leaders, they've done their part. All their endorsements, where has it led you? Our younger ones that say, Uncle Abeg, I need 1 million naira. I need to arrange visa to get out of this country. So the rights of the citizen, we must continue to play it up. We must emphasize it. Let godfathers do their endorsement. You and I are the ones to vote. We'll determine who is the president of this country, who will be a senator, and what have you.
You know, as Shola has said, Amechi, I said earlier on that it's one man, one vote. And Baba, as you call him, Olusegun Obasanjo, has made his choice. And it's a changing time.
And you can disprove him.
Yes.
By also, like I said,
choice.
Go to the polling station that day and make your own not just endorsement.
Yes.
Take your own decision.
And it's a changing time now, Amici. 2007 is not the same thing as 2023. And probably he has seen the love some youths have displayed on social media. That's why he's directing his letter to the young persons and saying that you young people adopt this man, and I feel this person will deliver. And one thing, there are 2 words he used. He said he has a character and he can listen. So that if he's going the wrong way, he has people that can pull his ear. But is it the kind of leader we want? Obama was behind Joe Biden and strongly. And have we seen Obama pulling Joe Biden's ears or telling him this direction you go? No. I don't want to see a rubber stamp leader.
Because Joe Biden is about 20 years old.
Forget about the age. The office is bigger than the age.
You're saying it better.
Yes,
No, I think what
the office is bigger than
what
the
they
age.
meant is rather than persons pulling their ears, I would rather want institutions to serve as checks and balance. That's what they meant.
Good.
When even a president goes beyond his excesses, there are institutions,
that can check him.
structures that can say, no, Mr. President, and they put their feet down, and the president will be forced to make a reverse.
In Nigeria,
We should develop
that is why we are calling for institutions to work and not individuals.
exactly.
If institutions are working, Shola, if institutions are working, the president
It's
cannot
not an
go,
individual that
the
can
president
pull
cannot-
their yes.
the
It's the
president
institutions that will
cannot
tell the
keep
president
asking
no.
to borrow, asking to borrow. What's the institution there for? What's the CBN there for? So if institutions are working, actually, they can check. That is why, in the first place, that's why you have institutions to check, balance the leaders.
So the fact is that as we speak, I bet you always emphasizing that the presidency of Nigeria is even more powerful than that of the US. So if we get back to the issues of amending the constitution, we will allow the president to be a strong leader, but not an overbearing dictatorial leader. If we continue to run this constitution the way it is, we will have people who look at the current president. The president, look, what did he do a couple of days ago? His SGF pushed out a statement and said somebody has been appointed the Director General of a lottery commission. And I had to...
Reappointed.
Reappointed. And I wrote, and I had to put something and say and tell them at the SGF's office and say, no, you guys are misleading Nigerians. That letter should be nominated for reappointment because that office is for Senate confirmation, and that piece of information is not in that letter. So the people in the executive sort of give a blanket, power to the president. Well, we in the media we need to keep looking at whoever, not just Mr.
Absolutely.
Buhari, whoever is the president.
Professor Berogi, a Nigerian tested journalist but a current professor in one of the universities in US, recently put a piece together where he tried to look at what he called in quotes those that own Nigeria, but we have said that yes, the real owners of Nigeria are the citizens, but he categorized them, quoting from Adele Momodu's usual reference to those that own Nigeria. I tried to link some of these persons to the current candidates. He mentioned that indeed Obasanjo is for P2B, but he also mentioned that Ibrahim Babangida, former military president, is also with Atiku Abubakar. Now that Obasanjo has gone public with his endorsement of P2B, will Ibrahim Babangida go public?
And will Buhari go public as well?
Buhari has gone public with his support for Tinubu. But recall that IBB is not the one that will write letter. It's not the one that will always make categorical statement.
Because Buhari
I can guarantee you.
Because Buhari is chairman of the Presidential Campaign Council of APC, does that mean he is endorsing Tinubu?
Yeah, he has said he's working for that ticket that his party will win.
I hope the Kenya
he has
experience will
started
not see the Kenyan the William Ruto issue happening.
In a statement he issued early last week, he reiterated that despite reports and insinuation that he's not working for Tinubu, that he's working for him.
Don't forget, Governor Wike has said that the presidency is backing Atiku.
Yeah, these are insinuations, but let's see and wait and see how it will pan out. Let's take a break now. When we come back, you may stay with us.
Lagos don't cut off.
No.